Sawadee krap, it's Wednesday, March 11th. I'm JP Mestanza, and this is Phuket Extra, brought to you by PSD Windows and Doors. Let's start with our top story. Phuket Governor Phakapong Tavipat is announcing the closure of 4 COVID-19 quarantine zones that he proclaimed only last Friday, but said that he has opened a new quarantine zone at a secret location in Phuket where 5 Thais who returned to Phuket from South Korea on Saturday are now being held under observation. On Friday, the governor announced that 4 locations around the island were set up to be quarantine zones, but after more than 100 local residents of Sri Sutorn protested on Monday against having a quarantine zone set up at a neighborhood government center there, the decision was made to scrap the 4 quarantine zones and have 1 secret location set up for quarantines. That zone is meant to be used for the 5 Thai nationals who had been working illegally in South Korea, and they'll remain in quarantine under observation by doctors for 14 days, according to the governor. So far, though, no signs of infection were found among any of them. Meanwhile, all arrivals from foreign countries will continue to be screened at the Phuket International Airport for the novel coronavirus or COVID-19, and if found with a high fever, they'll be taken to a hospital to get checked. The governor did not reiterate the Ministry of Public Health's requirement for all people arriving from any of the 6 risk areas, China, South Korea, Hong Kong, Macau, Italy, and Iran, to undergo 14-day self-quarantine. Meanwhile, the Department of Disease Control is setting up compulsory measures for all inbound arrivals to Thailand, which includes collecting personal information and contact details on the TM8 immigration form, which will be kept in the system for 14 days after their arrival, as well as tracking their movements through mobile phone numbers. Foreign tourists can continue using their mobile SIM card with roaming or buy a new SIM card at the airport. That's according to reports. The Public Health Ministry today also announced a new measure saying that anyone arriving from China, Italy, Iran, and South Korea must disclose their self-quarantine locations or face a 20,000 baht fine and then a 1-year jail sentence for repeated failure to comply. The measure is for officials to be able to contact and monitor these arrivals and adds to the measure previously announced that people coming from these countries have to show health certificates before boarding flights to prove they're free from coronavirus COVID-19. At last report, Thai officials say the kingdom has 53 confirmed cases with 33 people already fully recovered and 1 death. While globally around the world, there have been over 119,000 coronavirus cases, 66,500 of whom have recovered and 4,300 have died. Residents of Phuket Town's hard-hit area of Hachana Niwet no longer have running water, and it's prompted Phuket City Mayor Somjai Suwansupana to set up 20 emergency water distribution points in the areas and some other measures. The water outages in Hachana Niwet began as the Phuket City Council was forced to reduce water pressure from the mains throughout the entire town in the hopes of making water reserves last as long as possible. In order to help Hachana Niwet, officials have installed 20 water tanks in the area that each contain 2,000 liters of water, and those tanks will be refilled at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. daily. But the council is worried about the water reserves running low at the 5 main sources used to supply Phuket Town residents, which are the Bangwat Reservoir, the pond near Phuket City Municipality offices, the pond in Suwan Luang Park, the pond near Bashira Phuket Hospital, and the pond in Soi Phanyang. Officials say they hope the reduced water pressure will help water last until the end of April, when the rains are expected to return, and they've been looking for new water sources in the meantime. Water trucks have also been posted at 3 locations where residents in Phuket Town can collect emergency water. These locations are at the DDPM, or the Disaster Prevention Mitigation Office on Kra Road, their office on Soi Phanyang, and the Phuket City Water Treatment Plant at Suwan Luang Park. Anyone in Phuket Town in need of emergency water supply can call the DDPM hotline at 199 or the Phuket Municipality 24 hours at either number below. Phuket Extra will be right back after this.
It's the Phuket Hospitality Golf Challenge 2020. Register at Laguna Golf Phuket or ASEAN-events.com.
Welcome back to Phuket Extra. Police are still trying to identify the body of a 40-year-old woman who was found lodged in a pipe at a waterway behind a shrine in Mu 3 in Thalang, Sri Sutorn area back on Sunday. At about 11 a.m. on Sunday morning, rescue workers showed up at the scene to find the body of the 40-year-old woman stuck in the water pipe in Klong Huata along the shrimp ponds in Sri Sutorn, and police say they believe the body had been there for about 2 weeks before it was discovered, since it was bloated and had partially disintegrated. Doctors at Thalang Hospital have been examining the body, having already discovered that the skull was broken, but the body is now at Vashida Phuket Hospital for a more in-depth autopsy. Bor Dan Beach witnessed 21 baby turtles hatch from their eggs on Monday, with 14 strong enough to be released into the natural environment and 7 still under care observation in Phang Nga. Department of Marine and Coastal Resources Office 6, based in Phang Nga, they went to the beach on Sunday night and reported that only 22 of the eggs were healthy enough to produce hatchlings, when the remaining 40 were infertile. Of those that hatched successfully, 14 were strong enough and released directly into the ocean, while the remaining 7 were taken into care to be observed at the Phuket Marine Biological Center until strong enough to be released back to the sea. And that's it for today's Phuket Extra, brought to you by PSD Windows and Doors. For safe, secure, and soundproof windows, visit pvcphuket.com. We'd like to get your feedback on any of the news you just watched, so drop us a line in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. From all of us at the Phuket News Center, thank you for watching. Be sure to stay up to date with everything at thephuket.news.com. Until tomorrow, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment, offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.